E aí, galera? Deixa eu só ver se tá gravando, como sempre. E aí, galera? Voltei aqui depois de um bom tempo sem gravar vídeo. Mas enfim, nem vamos pro...
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Calma aí. Sim, como eu tava falando, voltei aqui depois de um tempo sem gravar vídeo. Eu... Sei lá, às vezes eu não tenho tempo de gravar também. Então... Aí, às vezes, me dá vontade de jogar. Sei lá. Como não é meu trabalho ser YouTube. Ainda tem meu trabalho mesmo, de verdade. Aí, né? Eu acabei ficando sem gravar. Mas, bora lá. Vamos. A gente tinha parado no episódio 3. A gente terminou o episódio 3. Que é o que tá passando aí agora. Eu não sei quantos episódios tem, porque, como eu falei, eu nunca zerei esse jogo. Ah, então... Não sei se faltam 10 episódios, faltam 1 episódio, 2 episódios. Não sei. Episódio 4, a verdade. Finalmente, né? Não tá... Tem um monte de parte que eu não tô entendendo nada.
Baby, it was just a nightmare.
Alice.
Essa mulher do Botox aí.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated
Schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Ah, pronto, agora eu não sei se a mulher dele tá viva, se a mulher dele tá morta, se ele tá doido, se ele não tá doido, se ele tá dormindo, se ele tá cortando. Ah, pronto, já tá em dúvida agora. Esse episódio também é verdade, né? Quero saber a verdade hoje.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Ai, caramba, tô travando. Só ver um negócio onde é que tá minha câmera. Tá. Eu deixei ali na minha câmera, como vocês estão vendo aí no vídeo, que é pra não atrapalhar a legenda. Mas não sei. Talvez atrapalhe outra coisa, acho que não. Acho que não tem mais nada. Ai, meu Deus, o cara me deu um susto.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah.
Dá um
I
tapão
see
na
you
cara
brought
dele.
your pet gorilla
Tem como
with you.
socar ele.
So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Siga o
This
doutor.
corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Tem nada aqui, poxa. Se vocês escutarem barulho de cachorro, é os meus cachorros que estão enchendo o saco.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident.
Deixa eu ver um negócio aqui. A legenda eu quero. Os gráficos. Tá. Bora ver o tamanho da legenda. Diminuir um pouquinho.
With your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the
Quero ver se opacidade de fundo melhora, tipo, a legenda. Bora ver, eu vou colocar metade.
instinct is to resist.
Ah, tá, ela faz esse negócio preto atrás. Não quero isso. Tira.
Think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Deixa eu ver que tem que ir pra cima. Trancado. Não sei o que ele tá explicando, parece lógico, mas parece muito simples. Que ele só ficou doido. Não acho que seja isso. Ah, é bonito aqui, olha, tem até esse troço aqui no meio. Ah, é um relógio solar, top.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now, we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside my head.
But
I dug my
can't do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept
Eu também tô lendo assim,
journey towards your
fingindo que não tô nem escutando. O que esse maluco tá falando?
Let's go inside.
Ei, que diabo é isso, né?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man
Olha, tem dois ali
versus
atrás do sofá.
nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Ei, alguém segura esse doido aí. Vai sair de perto, né? Sai mais de perto que acontecer alguma
I'm a
coisa.
real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr.
Pode uma
Wake is
garrafa de café.
confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Ew.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Videogame.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Só tem de doido aqui. Lá, pra ti também. Vou explorar. Do jeito que ele cara, ó.
I've painted you.
Meu Deus, o cara. Cadê? Deixa eu ver. Para que não seja eu, isso aí. Lá, pra ti também.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter
Ai,
in your room.
café.
You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Eu vi que tinha café aqui em cima também.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Aqui é a garrafa de café. Sério, eu quero essa garrafa de café aumentasse a vida dele, né? Fazer até sentido, tipo, história, escrever e tal. Tomar café. Ficar acordado. Boas-vindas. Tá. Visita. Tá. Nada interessante. Nada interessante. Só falando do pousada.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers.
Olha,
Odin
Anderson.
and Tor. They had a... How should I put this? A heavy metal band
Odin
in
e
the
Thor.
70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Olha o jogo que eles estão jogando.
Oh, that won't do.
É daquela,
I'm so
é
sorry
daquela
to
coisa
cut
que
this
passa na
short
televisão.
For now, Alan, the power has been acting up.
jogo.
I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Todo mundo quer que ele escreva.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. According to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
We have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula.
Volte para o seu quarto.
On it now.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting.
The
or
doors
anything.
were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys,
I may
but
need
there
a
was
hand
no
here
way
later
to get
on,
my
Birch.
hands on
The
them.
storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Todo mundo quer que ele escreva, né? Percebi isso.
Something's wrong.
Ah,
I'm not
olha.
myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's
Me
always dark
assusta.
outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Eu acho que é um ator de verdade ali, sabia? Porque tá muito realista aquela imagem ali. Olha, tem um QR Code aqui. Ah, se eu não tivesse usando meu telefone pra gravar, eu testava pra ver o que era. Calma, eu vou deixar a imagem aqui. Se vocês quiserem testar pra ver o que é no vídeo. Tá aí o QR Code. Depois eu vou ver também no vídeo. Tá muito estranho. Eu já não tava entendendo nada. Agora que eu não tô entendendo mesmo. Olha, todo lugar tem coisa daquela
Hartman
série lá
wanted
de
me to
terror.
write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Birch, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Olha, página do manuscrito. Não tinha nem visto.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard.
Backstage
If
is
she was one of
all
Hartman's
yours,
goons,
Tom.
she had it
Seize
coming.
your
I could get the
destiny.
key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my
Come
manuscript
out and
pages.
face the music,
That's where he'd be
Birch.
keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered ass. Sit yourself down.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Que foto estranha.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Credo, olha esses quadros. Olha, isso aqui é até bonitinho. Isso aqui é feio.
Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Meu Deus, ele batia na mulher.
No, not
Ah,
with
tá.
me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going. These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, hey, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Credo. Ai, 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 ai. Ixi, tá tudo preto. Meu Deus, quase que eu não falo, não aperto.
possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Lembro que tinha um gerador aqui em cima. Ai!
Most of us have felt the shadow on us. A shiver down your back. You can't find it on purpose. But take a wrong turn.
No meio da confusão, eu toco o negócio da música.
And you will find yourself in the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
Nem tem legenda.
Even the simplest things prove.
Ah, não tem legenda, não vai ficar bacana. Isso não tem mais nada pra cá. Olha aqui uma garrafa de café. Sabia?
I'm over here. I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
Aí fica mais tranquilo quando eu pego a lanterna. Pelo menos dá pra me defender. Ah, aqui é ótimo, no labirinto. Vou ficar meia hora perdido aqui. Ai, meu Deus. Ai, meu Deus. Os caras aparecem do nada. Toma. Don't trust Emil. Não confie no Emil. Quem é Emil? Trust Emil. Não confie no Emil. E acho que eu já passei por aqui. Ai, meu Deus. Pega, tem um monte. Vai. Ai, sai. Eu tava procurando coisa, não tava nem procurando a saída. Ah, procurando página do livro dele. Do manuscrito.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Ah, esses pombos são muito chatos. Ai! Que enfim. Oh, tinha um sinalizador aqui. Vai facilitar muito minha vida se eu tivesse antes. Pra cá que eu tenho que ir. Deixa eu ver o que tem pra cá. Nada. Opa, escopeta. Ai, 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 ai. É que a lanterna dele acaba muito rápido. Emil made Tom do it. Emil fez o Tom fazer isso. Ainda não sei quem é o Emil, mas... né? Acho que não tem nada pra cá. Ai, meu Deus. É, esse povo corre muito rápido. Ai, tomara que não venha esses corvos de novo, muito chato. Difícil matar eles. Bem, pela quantidade de arma que o jogo me deu, provavelmente vai vir um chefão agora. Olha lá.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Ui. Olha o tanto, mano.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Ai, meu Deus, desviei. Primeira vez que no jogo que eu desvio. Ai! Caramba, matei os dois. Ai! Ai, meu Deus. Matei todo mundo, sou foda. Esse carro dele é quase um tanque.
Please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Meu Deus, ainda bem que o carro dele é quase um tanque.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Poxa, sem arma. Sem minha lanterna. Ai! Deixa eu pegar essa página.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and
Ai, caramba, é muito ruim de jogar sem minha lanterna. Ai. Ai, é. Meu Deus, tô quase morto.
crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Acho que adianta se não tem energia. Esse pulo dele é muito engraçado.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Ai, cai.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead.
Ai,
Facing
uma
the enemy
lanterna.
without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Não, tem a lanterna. Trust no one in the dark. De novo isso, mano. O cara já tá ficando sem... Confio em ninguém no escuro. O cara que tá escrevendo isso aí já tá ficando sem... repertório. Meu Deus, tem só uma lanterna sem bateria. Uma lanterna e sem bateria. Ai, meu Deus, eu vou ter que só correr aqui. Ai, Berg, corre. Ui, ui. Ai, pegou. Meu Deus, arremesso de faca aqui. O pessoal tudo me acertando. Deixa eu chegar na lâmpada. Para de me jogar faca. Ufa. Cheguei na lâmpada. Caramba. 1 milhão de facas o povo tem.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Uma arma, cadê? Trocar a lanterna para lanterna resistente. Opa, eu quero. Ah, ela dura mais. Peguei umas pilhas aqui, Duracell. Ô, Duracell, me patrocina. Fazendo propaganda aqui. Pior que eu nunca usei Duracell, porque é muito caro essa pilha.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Essa lanterna é boa, que dura bastante tempo. O foco dela. Já achei isso.
Deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for,
Ah, sinalizador. Melhor coisa. Ai, precisa fixar uma página do livro. Sou muito burro, me joguei em cima da armadilha. Ai, que burrice. Ruim que não dá pra ver se é uma página do livro ou se é uma armadilha. Não tem nem como bater nesse bicho. Pô, eu queria saber qual é a página que eu peguei, mas não dá.
someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
The taking are falling with the dark. A village. Acho que os escolhidos, alguma coisa com a escuridão. Ó, isso é uma armadilha, parecia uma página do livro. Já ia me jogar em cima de novo. Burrice. Ah, mano, tudo isso por causa de um café. Meu Deus, mas tem gente. Acionar que eu tenho pouca bala. Oh, meu Deus, mais um monte de gente. Meu Deus, tô com pouca bala e sem pilha. Eita, desviei. Ai, meu Deus! Meu Deus, eu tomei um susto. Ai, meu Deus, que susto, velho. Agora eu me assustei. Nossa, o bicho apareceu gigante do nada. Esse jogo me dá um susto, nada a ver, mano.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody
Tem
here?
munição aqui.
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Tô pegando tudo aqui, depois eu vou ver
The
o que é
front
isso.
door was locked. I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. Where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Eita, a cabeça dele quebrou ali. Escuta.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Acho que eu tô entendendo já. Bem que o nome desse episódio é Verdade. Acho que eu Tô começando a entender. Ah, agora eu entendi. Agora eu saquei. Agora todas as peças... Ai, meu Deus. Me deu um susto de novo. Ah, esse jogo já gosta de me dar susto.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Ah, esse Danny era um monstro. Imenso. Entendi, agora eu saquei. Agora todas as peças se encaixaram.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Estava cego, mas agora eu estou enxergando. Agora tudo vai mudar. Credo. Pô, peguei um monte de coisa boa aqui. Ah, a porta estava trancada, mas... Olha uma página do manuscrito. Oh, vento, isso aqui não tem nada. Acho que a exploração desse jogo deveria ser mais recompensadora.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all,
Ai, ai,
this
ai,
one
ai,
myself.
meu Deus.
Barry was Barry.
Caramba, é muito difícil dirigir esse carro. Olha uma garrafa de café. Ah, eu vou descer pra pegar. Sou nem besta. Sabe por que eu pego essa garrafa de café assim? Acho que você só conquista pro jogo, versão... A versão original, né? Que aparece lá as conquistazinhas quando tu faz as coisas. Olha, talvez tenha alguma coisa ali em cima. Vou lá ver. Olha, tem outro carro aqui. Olha, tem uma seta aqui. Pilha, tô precisando mesmo. Um monte de coisa. Aqui não tem nada. Vou trocar de carro, isso aqui parece melhor. Quer ver se tem alguma coisa aqui em cima. Poxa, não tem nada. Tem uma arma aqui pelo menos.
Well, As I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you give her...
Economizei bala. Nossa, os carros aqui são muito difíceis de dirigir. É, acho que é por ali mesmo. Só que não dá pra ir de carro. Dá pra entrar.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot.
Meu Deus, olha o tanto.
Al, we have to fight them off. I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out. Al, did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? Al, hold on. I'll try to get the stage lights on.
Olha, holofote. Que top. Ai, ai, ai. Ai.
Al, please don't let me die. This is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. I can't move! Al, this may be the most awesome moment of our entire life.
They are trying to kill us. That's the highlight of our life? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Sério, são muitos. Opa, luz. Essa parte é bacana.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Pô, essa parte foi top.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm! See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me. to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in a
Springs!
soft embrace,
Man!
somewhere
Brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What
themselves
got you
into
started?
life,
Was this one of
or
your
vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Não entendi, foi nada. Ai, ai. Pô, essa lanterna que eu tô é top. Deixa eu ver quanto tempo já deu de vídeo. Meu Deus, já deu 1h20. Gente, eu vou encerrar esse vídeo por aqui, que é pra não ficar um vídeo extremamente longo. Mas espero que vocês estejam gostando do jogo. Vou tentar postar agora mais frequentemente para terminar. Não vou ver se eu consigo gravar vários episódios, para já postar tudo direitinho. Então, até o próximo vídeo. Tchau.